I'm now sitting here between the cats. There's Simba to my right, and there's Boo to my left.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the LuckyFerals.
Good morning, Boo. 7:45 a.m. Boo was on free roam all night. He did not sleep on the bed at all. I don't know what he's been doing. Boo, what have you been doing? What have you been doing all night? Here's Simba. He's by the gates. I think he's been climbing the gates because I've been hearing them rattling. And so I've switched the order of these gates also. So there's the short gate on the bottom, and then the tall gate in the middle, and another short gate on top, because it's easier if I need to go through this door just to take out the middle gate, and I could pop myself through, then I could pop myself back, and then I could put the gate back. And Simba, gotta wait a little while, okay? Gotta wait a little while, we're not eating yet. It is 9:15 a.m. and the cats are all getting their morning workout. So Boo just had his playtime here on the rug. I have these two different toys and I kind of switch them up. So like when the cat holds on to one toy, and then I distract them with the other toy and I go back and forth that way. And Boo was making some crazy jumps, like, oh my gosh, you ever watch like those dogs jumping to catch a frisbee? That's what Boo reminds me of. He jumps so high. And so I kind of tired him out, and he's in his room with his breakfast. And right now, Simba's here, and Stella is walking around smelling things. And Splash is at Boo's door. Splash likes to look and see what's going on. So Stella and Simba have been playing with me on the rug, and it's so funny. Splash is on guard duty. That's why Splash is sitting there. He's guarding them from Boo. That's why Splash loves being by Boo's gate, because Splash is acting as like a guard. And Splash used to do that outside, like on the patio. I used to see Splash on patrol on the patio, and I always used to say it was so funny because he would be out there like a night watchman, and he would be out there like guarding the other cats. And here he is again. They're playing on the rug and he's guarding them. With that smaller gate on the bottom, it doesn't have the big square opening, so they can't stick their paws through it, which is kind of a bad thing. I think it's kind of good when they could stick their paws through it, but it's better for me to be able to go in and out of the gates. So what just happened here was that Splash had turned his back to the gate and he was kind of looking at the toys here on the rug. And then he heard Boo approach the gate. So then Splash turned around right away saying like, well, where are you going, buddy? And Splash like arched his back, like not to the extent like, you know, the big scary cat, you know, when you see them like with the back arched and the tail all fluffy. It wasn't to that extent, but he did like kind of puff himself up to make himself look a little bit bigger. You know, it was like posturing going on. And then he came up to Boo, you know, at the gate, and then they were gonna poke each other, but it's not the kind of gate that you could poke through. So I thought that was really interesting. Because here we are thinking Splash is afraid of everything, when in reality, he could just be hypersensitive, and that's why he makes a good guard cat, because the slightest thing and then he's on alert. Maybe that's why he is that way. I mean, how do we know that these cats don't give each other like positions within their little groups. Maybe that's Splash's position. Maybe he was assigned that position as a young age, and he's been honing his skills, you know? Because a good guard cat is not going to get the other cats into danger or fights. In fact, a good guard cat would try to avoid that. So, I think Splash is the guard cat. I mean, that would explain why at night he's always making his rounds also. If you notice in some of the security footage, well, you guys don't see it as much because I don't post as much of it, but I'll just see Splash walk by the camera, Splash walk by the camera. Like every so often, Splash just like walks by the camera. That's what it is. Splash is the guard cat. Okay. This is a first. It looks like someone vomited, which is not good. But, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking maybe it was Stella. Because maybe she ate too much too fast and then, you know, made herself throw up from eating too much. Man, that's a mess. I'm gonna have to look at the security footage and see if I could figure out who it was. Who threw up? Who threw up? It is 10 a.m. Simba is in the front window. Splash is looking out the side window. Boo is in his room. The reason why I'm not taking him out right now and integrating him with the other cats is because I need to get dressed, I need to eat my breakfast, and I need to get to work. And here's Stella. Stella's sleeping on one of the dining room chairs. Hello, Stella. Stella's a pretty girl. 10:45 a.m. Hello, Splash. It is 11:41 a.m. It is 40 degrees. And in the sunroom for the cats, it is about 46 degrees. So there's not much of a difference. I just put a full can of food out and also some fresh water. This is what the inside of the automatic feeder looks like right now. So it's definitely getting low on food. So I am going to go inside and grab the other half of the bag of the dry food and fill it up. So that is the rest of the Blue Wilderness dry food bag. I am going to go inside and grab another bag and then fill this up. Okay, I just filled up the feeder with the Nature's Variety Original. This is the bag. This is the Instinct Raw Brand Original Dry Cat Food. So here it is in the feeder. Again, I always leave some space on top. I don't want to pack it down too much because I don't want to jam it. And this should be good. The next feeding is at around 4 p.m. And Hydrox has to be the most well-fed feral cat on the planet. It is almost 8 p.m. and it is about 35 degrees out. I haven't seen Hydrox, but I just gave him a full can of food and I gave him some water and he's good to go. Okay, here is Stella, Splash, and Simba. They're all waiting to eat dinner. They're having their typical dinner, which is the Primal Raw Turkey Nuggets with the Nature's Variety Instinct Raw Chicken Bites. And today they're having a few squirts of the salmon oil with it. They should be good and hungry because they did not have any dry food all day. See, Stella's probably in a bad mood because she's hungry. So, but I did not want to give them dry food after finding the vomit this morning just because they could take a rest from it. Okay, guys, ready? There you go. There you go, guys. Eat your food. Eat your food. Here's Boo in his room. I'm just about to let him out. Did you have a nice day, Boo? Did you have a nice day? Hello, Boo. So right now I am filming this video with the Canon G7X Mark II, and I also have the exposure increase, the exposure is on like a +1. Now, this camera is amazing for low light recording, which is how it is right now in this room. The only light in this room is like one little 60-watt light bulb. So if Boo's eyes look dilated, that's why, because we are pretty much in a low light situation. Although for you guys who are watching it, you might not realize that, because again, the exposure is up and this camera is amazing on low light. It has amazing low light compensation. Boo, are you hungry? Would you like to eat some food? Boo, would you like to eat some food? You gonna come up here and sit with me? Come on. You can come up here and sit with me. You gonna come up here? Right now it's about 9:20 p.m. and I've been playing with Boo on this play rug for like 10 or 15 minutes, and I've been using two of these toys. So, you know, when he's holding one of them, if he doesn't want to let go, I just use the other one and distract him. And he's been running back and forth like a madman, and he's been jumping really high, and at one point, I was kind of like reclining on this rug and I was talking on the phone, and at the same time I was, you know, waving the toys back and forth, and Boo was having a great time like running and jumping, and he jumps up in the air. He probably jumped like 3 feet in the air, and he landed right on top of me, like right on top of my legs. And yeah, it was not fun. So I kind of understand what the other cats don't like about it. And I'm much larger than the other cats, so, you know, when they have something the size that they are landing on top of them, like Boo landed on top of me, yeah, I think that could be pretty dangerous. I mean, he comes down with a lot of force because he is a strong cat. It's not a good idea to put a harness on a cat like right after they've been like running around and playing, because he's still in play mode, which is kind of like hunting mode, and he just wants to tear the harness apart. Like, he doesn't want to just sit still and let me put it on him like he has the past few nights. He wants to play with it, and that's because he's all hyped up from playing and running. Okay, I got the harness on Boo. I tried brushing him at first and putting the harness on him, but he really was not having that. So I had to break out the crunchies, and I got the harness on him while he was eating some crunchies. Because it ends up that while he's eating the crunchies, I mean, do you see how fast he's eating? He's going nuts. That it's much easier to put the harness on him. Now, while he's in the harness, he's still kind of doing that combat crawl, but he needs to get used to it. He does have a full plate of dinner and he has not eaten any of it, so. Slow down, Boo. Yeah, see what he's doing? He kind of slinks around. Hey, Boo, you look so handsome in your harness. Boo, you look so pretty in your harness. What a pretty boy. You're a handsome cat. You're a handsome boy. What a handsome boy in your harness. You're handsome. Handsome boy. What a handsome boy in your harness. Okay, I just opened the door and Simba came right up. He's looking around. There's Boo. Boo, you gonna be nice to Simba? There you go, Simba. That's your son, Simba. He wants to be friends with you, Boo. Boo, he wants to be friends with you. Don't you want to be friends with him? You don't want to be friends with him? No? You look so pretty, Boo. Red is your color. You look so nice in red. You do. Come on out. Boo came out from under the daybed. And he's looking. Simba's in the doorway right now. Simba's looking at him too. Hey, Boo. Boo's deal is he's really good at hiding when he's like ready to attack. Like he looks like he's gonna be friendly and then out of nowhere he changes. There's Simba. Hello, Simba. Okay, so I am sitting here with Boo. He's just chilling out in his room. And there's Simba in the hallway. I don't know, maybe they're like 8 feet away from each other right now. I just gave Boo some crunchies. He's on the leash. And I gave Simba some crunchies just a little bit inside of the doorway. Okay, Boo, you want some more crunchies? Wow, Simba's really growling. But I do have to say, these two cats speak the same language when it comes to crunchies. I mean, Boo loves them, and Simba loves them. Simba is a chip off the old block. What kind of noise is that, Simba? Okay, you guys want some more? Want some more? So there's Boo and there's Simba. They're both eating their crunchies. Boo has his back to Simba. And they're only a few feet apart from each other. Do you hear that? Simba's making crazy noises. But look at Boo. Look at Boo and Simba. Hey, Boo. Good boy, Simba. Good boy, Boo. Now, to me, it's a good sign that Boo has his back to Simba, because to me that means Boo knows Simba's not a threat. Simba. I think Boo knows that when he's in a harness, he has to be on good behavior. And I really don't want to jinx anything by saying anything, so I should just keep my mouth shut. Can you guys hear Simba? He's cracking me up. So Boo just finished his crunchies. And there's Simba. Simba, what are you doing? You're a good boy, Boo. You could eat your dinner. You could eat your dinner. Want me to put some crunchies on your dinner? Would you like me to do that? Good boy, Boo. What a nice boy. He's not 100% happy with the harness on, but he's not jumping on the cats. What are you doing, Simba? Simba? Make the noise again, Simba. So this has been like a thing lately, that sometimes Boo won't eat his meal until I sprinkle a few crunchies on it. Like right now, he's licking up all the liquid that was on the meal. And then he'll eat it, or most of it. And Simba's just sitting there watching him. Okay guys, we are witnessing a first right now. So Boo is eating his dinner. And I think Simba is under the daybed. Yep, Simba's under the daybed. Simba's a brave boy. So Simba is sitting under the daybed and Boo's eating his food. They're both in Boo's room right now. And Boo's eating his food. Here's Splash. Splash just came up. Boo's still eating his food. And Simba is still under the daybed. Okay, Simba has just climbed to the top of the cat tower. Don't forget, this cat tower used to be Simba and the other cat's cat tower. Now above that cat tower, there's actually like a little shelf And Simba was eyeing the shelf. Now it looks like he's going to take a flying leap onto the window ledge. Yeah. Okay, so there's Simba. That cat has some nerve. Okay, my battery is blinking like it's about to die, and there's no way I can leave this room right now to get another battery, So Boo is still eating his dinner. I mean, he's just eating his dinner like nothing is going on. Meanwhile, Simba is up on the shelf. Okay, so Boo just climbed up into the cat tower. And there's Simba. And there's Boo. I'm now sitting here between the cats. There's Simba to my right, and there's Boo to my left. So Simba just jumped off of this shelf and is now under the daybed. I don't know if Boo's going to chase him under the daybed. Oh, yep, here comes Splash. Three cats in Boo's room at the same time. Do you see Simba? I'm trying to pet Boo to keep him from doing anything. It's okay, Boo. They're just looking. They're just curious, okay? Now, if Simba tries to eat Boo's food, then I'm going to make Simba leave. See Boo? There's Boo and there's Splash. It's okay, Boo. I just got off the, I was sitting on the shelf. I stood up and slid on the scratcher. So one of the reasons why I'm petting Boo is I'm trying to feel how much tension he has in his body. And on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the least and 10 being the most, I'd say he's probably at like a 3. Maybe 4. You know, this is pretty big for Splash. Okay, I just took the leash and the harness off of Boo. It helps to use a brush, because if I brush him while I'm taking it off, then it distracts him. And then it's easier to get the harness off. Right, Boo? Happy cat? Happy boy? He did so well today. You did so good, Boo. You did so good. I'm very proud of you, Boo. Very proud. 11:45 p.m. Stella has decided she wants to hang out in the collapsible pet crate. She walked in there on her own, and the flap has been down the whole time. The flap is not zippered, like that door flap. It's not zippered, but it's down, and I guess she just enjoys being in there.